Welcome everyone, I'm the Patient Wolf and this is Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. This was recommended to me or requested by one of my patrons, Anton, and seconded by Eric. I asked them in the posts what game they think I should play next, and that's what they some of them chose. And it's one that I was vibing with. I know a little bit about it. Norse mythology. It's got a subject of psychosis. It's quite short and it's very well regarded. So that's where my knowledge of it ends. So Patreon recommended. If you look at the link now, you can see how you can get involved in the next playthrough. Yes, when Anton recommended it, he said his words were, "It scared the living daylights out of me." So if you know me and my playthroughs, I dislike horror quite a lot. The Last of Us is about as much as I can handle, and that is pushing it. So if there's anything that's going to scare me in this, I'm not looking forward to it, but I am looking forward to seeing what pleased so many people about it. So, if you've not seen one of my playthroughs before, I go through the story very, very carefully. I'm concerned with the characters' emotions. I will definitely sort of comment on the gameplay mechanics and how I'm finding it, and I try and immerse myself in the story as much as possible. So, tune in, headphones on, tune out of the world, and help me discover Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer.
They're watching. They're watching. They're watching. This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. Feel you coming. Quiet.
A lot of voices in the head that I'm going to be competing with here.
How rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
I love how these titles are displayed.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? It's in hell high.
Look, up ahead. You see it too?
You promised you gave you.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Man, she's on a journey.
Go back. It's not safe.
And we're getting, obviously, the subject matter, but God of War vibes, but she's on from the opening, she's on a raft canoe, travelling through, and she's got her head on her belt. So, yeah, they should have conferred, shouldn't they?
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest. You can't do this. Go back.
Man,
They're going to do that to
it's
Can you see them?
bringing on the horror
Can you
vibes
see them?
already,
To you.
with the voices in the head warning you of anxieties,
They're watching.
which is obviously bringing us in
Can you feel them watching?
into her head.
They're watching her.
So we've had a narrator, and we've also got Senua's internal monologue,
You're so close to the darkness.
and she's got a head
You feel it?
on a belt. Man, I'm loving the way this looks, though.
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
So we're entering hell, and there's the scattered bodies above and below. But we're very much into
I
her.
think she's brave to go on this journey on her own. But it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
So she's on a journey, she's on a mission, she's come to hell, Helheim, a different realm, for what? And she is fearful, she's anxious, she's got voices in her head. She's going to be battling her inner demons, and I imagine we're going to be battling some external ones.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
She's thrown her hat over the fence.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
That's interesting. So we've got this narrator who, and it's kind of breaking the fourth wall in terms of Senua understands that she's got company in us, but there's someone else looking after us. She doesn't need to worry too much. Gives me some runes. So let's just take stock of this amazing world. I heard it's a very, very small independent team that made it, Ninja Theory, who I'm a PlayStation user. I'm not wedded to PlayStation, it's just the console I've got. So if I'm going to enjoy this and want to play the next game, Microsoft now owning Ninja Theory, so I'll need an Xbox going forward if I'm entering this franchise.
Look really clearly.
Focus, Senua.
Focus. Focus and you'll see. What happens if you focus?
What happens if you focus? Okay. What happens if you focus? Oh, I'm pressing R2.
Don't forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate. But gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there,
Okay.
across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim. But gods and the living will follow
Oh,
this path.
it's starting it again.
You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Okay. Oh. So, we're not quite in Helheim. We're on the road there, but... Oh god, we're caving in on ourselves. The voices are coming in. Is this... So it's going... We're just imploding. Run. She needs to run. Why isn't she running? Okay, why am I not running? Well, I'm pressing L1 now, so I am running.
The darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. She's not stopping.
I'm just running because this is too much. All right. Oh, so we've gone past that moment. So does that represent like an internal panic, like a bit of like an anxiety attack that we've got to get through? I'm looking for metaphors that may not exist, but look at this.
Land of mist and fog. The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
The river of knives across which lies. Man, look at the detail. So she's looking for leadership from this head. I'm assuming it's a head, not a watermelon or anything.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
You'll never find him. Holds his soul there.
Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Okay. So this is someone very important to her called Dillian. So we're trying to get back Dillian's soul from Helheim. So we're on a mission of redemption.
Why doesn't she turn back? He's already dead.
So across the River of Knives.
His soul still lives.
So this is some kind of bridge here.
To Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too.
Only the
She
dead may
does
cross
remember
it.
that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
So I'm just looking at the controls at the moment. I've got no access to anything else, but I have got a focus, type zoomy in affair, and we've got run. But yeah, we've got to find this path up to it, and I'm dollars to donuts. I reckon it's up here. Goodness, did I? Was a very strange view now. Ah, we can go in and out. Here we go. Right, there's some kind of stone, rune stone type thing up here, so let's have a look at this. So M.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Okay, well, I've forgotten those worlds already, but they are very, very familiar to me. I've got a terrible memory for the mythology, because I have read Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology book. I have played God of War. All I can remember is Helheim. Okay, does this require any kind of... No. I'm not going to fall off that at all. There's no balancing need to be done. Well, this water doesn't look the hottest. You can often tell, apparently. Anton, you may be able to speak to this. Anton's the patron who recommended this. He also works in the industry. I've heard that water is a telltale sign of the budget used. And that doesn't look too hot to me in the way that falls. It's kind of on one, seems to be like on one plane. Doesn't look very 3D to me.
What's she waiting for?
Okay, so we've got no point of no return
Where are we?
situation.
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
Okay, there's lots of sort of carvings and things like that, and more runes to be had. So there's a gate with a rune.
It's going to hurt.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. I was just hiding. If I live longer that way. Where is he? The bastards catch me again. Never! Just a memory. An old fool. Drew.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Truth. It'll be a pleasure, my friend.
Tell me your stories again, old friend.
You unsettling spirit.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
She needs to look closer.
So we're trying to find this special runey thing. It looks like there on the shadows, right?
It's near. Look towards the gate. And the gate.
That's clever, isn't it? Well, it also taps into psychosis and seeing things that are not there, because this is a shadow of roots that are sort of semi-permanent. So we're invited to believe that is the clue. So we've got to find things in the environment. I don't know if this is a one-off mechanic or is something to keep in mind.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It worked!
Through the gate.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
So we've got Druth, this spirit that doesn't want to be here.
Voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
Okay, we're scaling up towards the bridge now. We're looking forward to seeing what this combat's all about, because I imagine we've got to combat some beasties. Some Helheim dwellers.
I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Another rune.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
So we've got a bargain with Hela. Yes, there's no on-board instructions at all. You've kind of got to... There's no on-screen tutorials. It's really clean. There's no HUDs. There's no anything. It's just you're just immersed in this world with her, which I think is probably important for the premise.
Stay back.
Look at it.
You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela
Except
herself?
PlayStation is going to plaster something over it.
The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him.
So I've got...
Shh.
Who's here? Who is here? You dirty beasts. Is it Druth just coming for another chat? So this is similar to what happened before. The darkness is taking over us.
You took him from me. I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Oh my word. Okay, I'm going to button bash here because it's not going to tell us, is it? I'm slashing like a mouth. And we managed it. Is he gone? Yes. There's more. Right, I've accidentally pressed X and it dodged, so that's good to know. That is very good to know. And I'm... Come on, one more. There's more dudes. I'm not able to get them. Oh, goodness. He's got me. Right, I'm just dodging at the moment. How are we going to get these dudes? Because they are not... Oh, man. Well, that's me done already, is it? I couldn't seem to combat them. It was going straight through their smoky beings. And I'm harrowed. We're overcome by some kind of affliction, and that's it. Is that game over screen?
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her.
Don't scratch it.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
So that was some kind of psychosis. The darkness is taking over. It's an affliction that's coming up her arm, and I wonder if that is how we will. The dark rot will grow each time you fail. If the rot reaches Senua's head, her quest is over. And all progress will be lost. I don't like the sound of that. Well, this is pretty finite now.
Fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow, and soon it will take her soul.
That is...
But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow. Whatever the cost.
Extremely interesting mechanic. We haven't got an on-screen HUD, so we can see our progress and our damage through the state of her skin, and if it reaches her head, we're screwed.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
I see. So we need to go and defeat all these gods. So they're 4 rooms.
Why can't she? She needs to challenge the gods. She has to fight two gods first.
Two gods.
Two gates.
So we've got a red gate and a yellow gate. That is so interesting.
She challenge first.
Be very careful, Senua.
Choose a gate, Senua.
Two gates.
Well, we will, but we can have a look at this first.
One.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir, the Eye. Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua.
The fire giant.
Spill his blood.
Okay. So at the moment, we've just got it to our wrist, this darkness affliction.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness.
Mm-hmm.
The Northmen.
Okay, what we got over here? Look at that. It's kind of in the rock. Is she seeing images? It's a face.
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Okay, so we're just going to get different insights into her past. Says her father doesn't understand what you're seeing. We can read into that as much as we like, but we'll take it on face value at the moment. So we're seeing different things in the land that obviously can't be there, but Senua's active mind and her psychosis supports hallucinations. Right, fire giant. We're coming for you. So it did say 4 giants, but we've got 2 doors first. I can see the fire, yeah. But I kind of want to have a look over here first to see if we can see any more hallucinations. Or images, or visions. Might be a better word for them. I'm following up here, I don't know why. Looks to be a dead end. Can we climb up here? No. Okay, Senua, well, let's head to the door. Man, it's dark, it's dreary. The fire giant. Don't like the sound of anything with giant in the front of it, you bastard! Okay. I don't want anyone else behind me. We can telegraph them quite well and dodge them. Okay, I'm just telegraphing their hit, and then we can get 3 hits on them, it seems. Oh, shit. Come on then, dude. He's scary. What is it on his head? It's some kind of like... Take it. Oh no! They're getting free hits on me because as soon as I kill a guy, I am just relaxing, but I can't relax. Come on, sunshine. I do not want that darkness to progress any further up my body. Oh shit!
Remember your training.
What training? Giving me no training. Okay, well I don't know how much that took out of me, but they seem to be protecting this gate. So right, 2 more runes. Okay, so there's an NY.
I can still smell it. The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind.
Oh, I like the look.
Them too, Senua?
These trees. I'm hoping it's going to give us a little bit of a clue. Well, there's a Y. Because I'm useless at finding this kind of imagery. No. There's a Y, seemingly. But where's an N? I hope it's easier than I'm making it out to be. Let's have a look at the top here. It's got less bright now, so hopefully we might be able to find it up here. I do hope so. Aha! There's one. So where is this Y? Let's look behind us. But I've got the N. But these trees are twisting my melon because I want them to fit there, but it's too sort of too complex. I think it needs to be something simpler. Well, these just look very Y-y to me. Very Y-y. You're blatantly a Y. Look at you. Okay. The screams will help you. I'm not understanding you. Find the rune, yes, find the rune. So we found the N. Just need the Y. Follow the screams. What in the world? Is it anything to do with the way that the screen is coloured, almost as if it's trying to take you to it? Screams will help you. I can't discern screams.
Focus. The rooms.
Are they screaming?
Ha, is that it? Like there? There we go. Is that you? Yes, you beauty. Okay. So I think the more we do this...
The path to Helheim is sealed to the living. But you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
So she already walks among the dead because of she sees visions and she sees the dead through her affliction. So although she is not dead, she's able to enter the realm.
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of? I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Okay. Through the gates, the fire giant. Runes to get you through things. A darkness that we need to keep at bay by not getting hurt. It's knife-edge stuff. There's some fire. Another gate. Oh! Oh dear. Right, I've got to...
Finish it. Strike him.
Trying to finish it, but I need to wait for him to... Oh dear. Is there a block? There is a block. Is there a time block? Yes, there is. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay, so we don't need to dodge each time. I'm trying other buttons there. It was kind of like a... Okay, right. I'm not blocking in time here. Oh, goodness me, that was a heavy attack. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? Is that me done? Is that progress over? No, I think if you die, it just heads up your arm a bit. Well, that's no fun. Goodness, 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 goodness. Okay. Right. We need to remember that. Nice.
Finish this! Too many of them.
She finished him.
Okay. Right, come on then, sir. Oh my goodness, behind you. Okay, we're getting warning. We're getting fair warning here. Oh goodness. Texture. Out of life. Managed to dodge this guy. I like this, but I don't want to die. Okay, there seems to be like an Uber guy here that I don't want to even be bothered with. Oh goodness. Dodging, moving. Oh goodness, I got hit there. That's the first time in this particular bout.
They're overwhelming. They're surrounding her. She's going
Right,
to lose.
one down, one down. Any more? No. The world has got a bit brighter. Okay. Well, that little death there, petit mort, as the French might say about a completely different subject, has led to my arm becoming blacker than I'd like it. It looks like we've gone elbow deep up a cow's bottom. That's how I'm going to describe it at this moment for levity, but I'm scared because it's permadeath. That's what they're saying.
When you see a fire gate of soot, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Okay,
The fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
well, there's certainly fire there, but we need to make a sacrifice. We've not been up here.
It's there. There it is. Focus on the sun.
I'm focused. There seems to be plenty of people sacrificed there. But how are we focusing? Ah, here we are. So this is... Okay, we need to run. Going the wrong way, he says. Nice, 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 nice. Is this... We only got a little bit of time? Okay, we're through.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
So is that a bit of mental health advice? You've got to embrace the sensation, the emotion, the feelings, and look at them with objectivity.
Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. It was everywhere. Maybe it was an illusion. It was a trap. The buyer. Surt is through there.
He's waiting for her.
You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Okay, well,
Surt,
we know we can't get through,
find your own path.
There's always another
but
way.
there's another fire thingy over there that we
Find
can't
your own way.
You just
got to
have to find it.
go through the other side.
It was never going to be that easy. He's waiting.
Surt is waiting for you.
Find
The fire giant is waiting. Well, that combat is really, really satisfying because you've got dodge, you've got able to block, and you've got like a timed. If you time it well, you can. It's quite Dark Soulsy.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
This lore is so complicated, but I think me personally, I'm going to get a very good opportunity to be immersed in in the lore and mythology of the Norse, because this game, I really do intend on playing God of War again, and of course you've got Valhalla. Assassin's Creed is a real love. Some may call it a guilty pleasure, but I think it's a wonderful franchise. And yeah, I'm going to stay as clear as I can from that in terms of looking at the gameplay and things. But I did take a cheeky look at the cinematic announcement trailer, and I am in.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn. How will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
She won't be able to tell. So it's going to go very foggy and misty and horrible. When we get up there and light this pyre, but I'm wondering if we'll be able to find our way back. My sense of direction is terrible.
The defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Midgard, that's the ones for the humans, isn't it? Oh man, how am I going to find my way back here? There's the
The
pyre.
Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Okay, well, we need to get up over there. Is that right? And how, if this goes sort of very misty, smoky and black, how I'm going to find my way over there? Maybe, okay, we can jump down here. And then we're heading straight over there. That's what's happening. Okay, need a few more logs on this pyre. Okay, here we go, disorientated, smoky, filthy. We're going this way. Come on. Hopefully this fire is going to guide us, which it is. Come on. Through. Oh dear. Come on. Here we go. We found it. We can see it. Burn. Burn gate. That's an interesting mechanic, isn't it? We've got all sorts of...
Do your
Ooh.
gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua!
So Druth
Find your
seemed...
own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
So Druth seems to have took his own life as well through it all. And I think it mentioned that Dillion suffered the same affliction. There's another gate. Goodness me. What have we got? Oh, there's Kratos' hut there. it's so obviously it's Norse mythology, so there's going to be an aesthetic that both devs have adhered to, but it's so like God of War. It's cool. Wow. There's no collectibles, it's just an experience of combat and puzzles and things. There's nothing to go through, it seems. I imagine there is some kind of... In fact, let's look right now. Let's look up here. So what have we got? Oh, they're all hidden. They're all hidden. That's helpful. But it'd be nice to know if there's various sort of things we've got to aim for. I imagine one of them's going through without dying, without taking any damage. You know, any deaths, little deaths. Okay, folks. I'll tell you what. That's a good place to leave it. We're on our way to the fire giant. We've got 4 giants to get before we can enter those gates, and enjoying the mechanics. I'm enjoying the aesthetic. I am suffering the horror aspect and the anxiety aspect, but I'm definitely interested, and it's enigmatic enough to leave you wanting to know more about perhaps how the relationship between Dillion and her, and how that has led to her needing to go and reclaim his soul. That would be wonderful to learn. Thanks, folks. See you on the next one.